What's going on, everyone, everywhere? Look, you see the title of the video, so you know we're about to get into this might nature damage loadouts, man. Like, we're gonna start off with a single target, man. Let me show you how I'm modded out in Spec, alright? So we got the rifle, because you know I like to do rifle taps. They're the best to me personally. So look, we got blast step in that bad boy. Head cycle, we got gorilla form. Now if you are going to use wolf form, go ahead and put in the supercharged wolf form right here, okay? And I'll explain the gorilla versus wolf form later on in this video here, okay? So stay tuned here for that. Escalated might is what we're gonna have for the neck. The back, berserker, because come on now, you drop below 35% quite often in content, your healers just heal you right back, or you drink a soda, whatever the case may be. Get your 10% additional damage while you can, alright? Penetrating strikes, enough said, is best. Legs, restore the serpent call. Honestly, all of the legs sockets for nature you can use, because we are going to use serpent call, we are going to use vine lash, and we are going to use roar. So any of them, your pick. Now for feet, oh, I don't know why I have that. Now feet, we're going to have dashing combos in, just because excuse me, y'all, just because of what will come later in the video, okay? Now, if you don't want dashing combos or you're not super speed, tumbling master is cool as well, and I'll tell you a couple of things that you can use outside of super speed, okay? But super speed is the best bet, do the most damage. Max damage for the hand socket and my trinket are tier 3 pet, orbital supply drop, and a buff trinket. And substitute your henchman / backup whenever you pop your orbital. At least that's how I do it. And then I pop my buff trinket right back. So let's go down to our artifacts. Transformation card, strategy card, solar amplifier. Enough said. Stats, we have 146,774 might. Precision, 54,416. All right, it is what it is. Now for our allies, we are going to have, now check me out, Cyborg as a general one. If you know you're gonna hit AOE, if you just want purely single target, go ahead and use the House of Legends bot. It's the best single target one because it actually hits just single target. Now you can use Flashpoint Batman and even Bombshell Harley Quinn because they do hit AOE now, but they hit very hard. Harley Quinn hits harder than Batman AOE wise, all right? And Cyborg's just reliable, it's very hard. I would say only use Flashpoint Batman or Harley Quinn once you got them to like rank 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, past 5 and 6 pretty much. That's when they become more viable. All right, and for our support, we're actually going to use Death Metal Batman, Cloak of Ensnare. I don't know how to say that, so it is what it is. You actually roll quite often, more often than you actually realize, so this will be a very generous and lovely buff to have. And then luck of the draw is going to be from the Batman Who Laughs right there as our other ally support ability. Now in terms of a weapon, we got rifle. I like to go ahead and get the mastery because it does do extra damage when you do your rifle taps. But if you don't have that many skill points, especially like over like 500, me, I'm over 600 as you see. If you're not in that, you know, multiple hundreds kind of range, definitely just get just the top one, the rifle weapon efficiency, and just call it a day here. All right, super speed or any of your movement, get your go fast. I like get the breakout resistances and all this other stuff here just because I have enough skill points to cover it, and I like to, you know, always stay on top of my damage, make sure I'm broken out, not CC'd and controlled whatsoever at all, so I can constantly put out that damage. Now I will say for single target wise, you really won't need any of this here. Tornado pool you can make an argument for, and I'll tell you where you can put it at. So yeah. Now iconics, excuse all this, okay? I was testing quite a bit, and I actually might do an iconic only weapon, well, iconic only loadout for, you know, damage. But all you're really going to need here is Robot Sidekick, Heat Vision, Neo Venom Boost, potentially if you are, you know, doing that kind of consistent EOG spamming, healers, tanks, whatever the case may be there. If not, don't worry about it. Pheromone Bloom is what you can also use if you are, once again, EOG spamming yourself with the Eye of Gemini artifact equipped. Okay, just so you can constantly put out a lot of good Eye of Gemini fields around you. All right, I like to also implement Sonic Shout, which I can tell you also where you can put it, but all you honestly need is Robot Sidekick and Heat Vision here. Okay, now in terms of our spec, we're gonna get a superpower spec all the way on the right hand column at the top, and then we're gonna go on the left hand column here and get our critical attack chance and damage. Dump everything to might and power, and if you have any kind of excess, I just split mine evenly between precision and health, just because, you know, buff trolls and whatnot helps me out get more might, and I do weapon taps in between, so precision is helpful there. Now in terms of our loadout, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I tried so hard not to go in like gorilla form or wolf form or anything like that, but nature just doesn't have the damage to do that without it. Okay, it's not like how water was, where you can use a lot of super speed movement and whatnot to make up for it. No, it's still not good enough. So what we have here is something that you can use even if, you know, trying to build up your supercharge, and still hits pretty good damage, okay, without you having to go into gorilla form or even wolf form. And I will go ahead and explain gorilla versus wolf form. Wolf form, like it says, you basically get more crits, higher crits, okay? Gorilla form, it just says damage output. It's more like Neo Venom Boost versus, not quite Rampage. I would say it's more like Neo Venom Boost in this sense, okay? It's just gonna increase your overall damage, whether you crit or not. Now, wolf form will also increase your damage whether you crit or not, but wolf form will allow you to crit that much higher. But when you don't crit, gorilla form hits higher. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So non-crits, gorilla form does more damage. When you are critting, wolf form does more damage. So take that in consideration, okay? Now, in terms of single target, gorilla form has the added benefit of making your 35%er here hit multiple enemies, making that more AOE ability, which can come in very handy, especially in boss fights and dealing with ads and whatnot, because you're just doing so much more damage to all the ads around it. So let's go into this loadout now. Now loadout, we're going to use all the dots that we can right now. We're going to use Serpent Call, Briar, and Vine Lash. Set up our 3 dots. Then we have Amplified Heat Vision, 1 because it's a good ability, and 2 because it has Burn. So we're going to have an additional dot there. Then we're going to use Roar here. That's going to go ahead and take all the remaining dots and just push all the damage at once. And it's going to make us hit, you know, over 100,000. I'm going to be honest, I hit about 105 to 115,000 on the higher ends, and for the lower ends I can drop down in the 80s, 90s. Okay, generally you'll hit a really high parser than the 80s, 90s, and back again to the really high parser. It just depends on how your dots stack and when you're using Roar and Heat Vision and stuff like that, and how they fall in line with the parser. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. You're basically going left to right here. Pretty self-explanatory. Set up all your dots, hit Heat Vision there, hit Roar, go right back into setting all your dots. Okay, it's just a rinse and repeat. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Load out. Now whenever you are ready to hit gorilla form, now it is hitting lower because, once again, like I said before in another video, oh, see, 102. Look, we're already there. But like I said in another video, I'm not that focused on the rotation right now. Like I am to some extent, but not fully. Trying to make it a little entertaining, trying to explain this loadout too at the same time, okay? So, once you are ready to go on gorilla form, make sure you hit all 3 dots. And make sure you do not hit Roar next, okay? Because that it will mess up your gorilla form there. So all 3 dots, pop gorilla, hit Harvest, so there's stacking right there. Hit Amplify Heat Vision, hit some Voracious Plants, you know, Do that. Make sure your robot sidekick's out. I drink a soda to like clip it and whatnot. And you just gonna go rinse and repeat. Now with this you're hitting in like precision, like high level precision kind of realm here. With this here, once you pop it like gorilla form, definitely hitting like, what was the highest I hit? I think I hit like 13600, yeah, something like that. 1,000 per second. Now that's what 1,000 per second, and then your lows are going to be in the 90s and whatnot. Now I don't see the strategist card going off. Oh, there it is. Was not really critting like that, but yeah. Now back to the loadout here. Like I said, it is Harvest, Amplify, Heat Vision, Voracious Plant, Impaling Thorns, Robot Sidekick, and then Return to Normal. I just have Return to Normal here, just so you can constantly go in and out of the gorilla form. One, if you lose your dots, and two, to get the extra damage back. Now, if you're super EOG spamming out the wazoo, go ahead and put a Neon Venom boost instead of that Return to Normal form, and just worry about Return to Normal after that boss fight when you're on top of the leaderboard. Alright. And then Tornado Pool is also right here where you can put it in. I like to still use Voracious Plants just because it goes better along with the cooldown times, Amplify, Heat Vision, Impaling Thorns. You generally just want to do something very quick to let Heat Vision and Impaling Thorns do pretty much all your damage is what you're going to primarily focus on. Okay, you just want to hit Harvest, skip the dots so you have stuff going in the background. But Heat Vision and Impaling Thorns, some of you want to just alternate through and just have some other skill, whether it be Tornado Pool if you're super speed, or Voracious Plants if you're anything else, okay? And as a general base, I like using Voracious Plants a little bit better. It is quicker to get out of that animation than it is Tornado Pool. Tornado Pool, you will have to jump cancel, but it still even doesn't allow you to do it sometimes, okay? But that's all I got for single target. Now let's go ahead and go on to AOE here. Now for AOE, you see is a pretty similar loadout, and I actually use wolf form instead of gorilla form. Let me go and show you that pretty much I'm gonna have the exact same. Only thing different is the head socket. I'm gonna go down here and get the wolf form instead. Okay, and as you see, it gives you 2% critical strike chance, so that's gonna help us out. There, you know, still got the might, still got Berserker, Penetrating Strike, Serpent Call, dashing combos that we're actually going to use now. Max damage, trinket setup's the same. The only thing that changes artifact wise, I use the Quizlet just because I do go into wolf form. Excuse my dog in background, there's my other dogs in heat, so he's really wanting to get to it right now. But I use Quizlet just because we're going to wolf form, so we're all going to get that little bit of extra damage there. And it's just nice so we can constantly go back into wolf form with that little bit of Mega Blast, alright? Now, you can also, if you want, use Grim, but Quizlet does more damage on a, you know, per shot basis, and since we are hitting Supercharge in this, it's going to be better there as well. You can probably get away with some Eye Gemini as well too, just so you're aware. Now allies, oh wow, I don't know why I have her there. I was gonna say I was the exact same. I just like to use Cyborg since we are gonna be pretty much AOE focused. I like to have Cyborg as my combat ally. The same two support allies, Luck of the Draw and Cloak of Ensnare from the different Batman respectively, okay? And then in terms of our weapon spec, same with rifle because we do rifle taps in between. Now this is where it matters for the AOE to spec and the super speed, especially super speed. Vortex Trap, Whirling Dervish are going to be tremendously helpful, and Psycho Push, technically you can do it. Think of it like Tornado Pool but a little bit weaker, and it hits multiple. Okay, so it's an AOE one, but we're not going to focus on that right now, and we have some more effective. Robot Sidekick is something that you want to have, and Sonic Shout is nothing you want to have as well, okay? I like to pick up Super Strength if you have the extra skill points. Don't mind all this, y'all. I was just trying to test all this out. Sonic Cry, a lot of people use if you don't have super speed, which you can use, but it's not hitting as hard, okay? It's not like Savage Growth, which hits incredibly hard. This is a very weak, like the demo version of Savage Growth in a sense, okay? Super Strength, I just like to get to get a little bit of extra oomph on my, weapon taps in between my rifle grenade launchers. Now for stat points, super power spec, pretty much the exact same. Get your critical attack chance and damage, dump everything into might power. If you have anything left, either split it evenly between precision and health. Buff troll, precision, weapon taps. Come on. Alright, now turn to our AOE loadout. We are going to have Serpent Call here, Briar, Violash, Voracious Plants, and Thornburst. Now for AOE, I generally like to be in melee range, so I feel like it is worth the risk, especially your AOE. Come on now. AOE is generally meant to take out ads. You're really not doing bosses like that, AOE. And even in the source wall, the bosses move around so much you can even still use AOE. And if you are doing like more feat specific stuff or go along with more of the mechanics of the source wall elite raid, then you're gonna be in single target. Anyways, you use my single target loadout. Bam, you're done. So regardless, this is gonna be pretty much the loadout here. You're pretty much left to right, get all your dots going, hit Voracious Plants, hit Thornburst to keep your dots, rolling, and just spam Voracious Plants and Thornburst while you can, okay? And then once you got wolf form, hey, pop that bad boy. Because her wolf form, we have Thornburst, keep them dots rolling, okay? Savage Growth, because it hits so hard. Whirling Dervish, because Whirling Dervish is, come on, it's iconic at this point. Vortex Trap, because it's becoming iconic. It hits harder than Whirling Dervish, and it's unstoppable in PvP. A lot of tanks even using it now. And then Sonic Shout, because this is AoE now, and we don't have to waste an artifact slot on heat vision. Alright, Sonic Shout does hit hard too. Let me show you. Now I'm gonna show you on 3 targets, and I hit precision numbers. Okay, I can hit 240,000 per second, even plus when it comes to the 5 targets here. Okay, Nature can hit very hard if you're using the different transformation, shape-shifting forms. But if you're not, that is where it falls short. Because if you're not using the forms, then you pretty much got bad damage. I'm not gonna front you there. But look, like I said, let's go ahead and hit this. Now this loadout here, I'm not going to be too concerned in the numbers because it's not going to hit that hard. I'm going to let you know now. Anytime Thornburst is up, you're going to pop it. It's not going to hit that hard, and you're pretty much relying on your strategist card procs to proc and, crit. HD 187,000 per second. We're climbing up there. 190. It's gonna climb a little bit higher, more and more, but it's gonna pretty much get you in the 200,000 range. Now, hit that. Go left to right. Let's go ham with this damage, man. After every super speed move, you're gonna want to hit your melee ability or button. Mine is square for me. To go ahead and get that little bit of extra damage there, okay? Oh man, did not mean to do that. Yeah, I messed up the loadout a bit. Well, the rotation, I should say. But yeah, my dots fell off too. So that's about what I got there. It would have definitely been a lot higher with me being a wolf form, but once again, I did butcher it for the rotation. I wasn't very focused on that, so I do apologize there. But that is all I have for this video here. Let me just tell you about some stuff that's going on the channel though. We are having a booster bundle giveaway this Saturday and the following 2 Saturdays after when this video drops here today. All right, and we also have a style contest coming up at the end of this month as well, so stay tuned in for that. All right, it is an original style contest for the characters. Okay, so no iconic styles or whatever. So no Naruto's, no Batman, no Supermans, no Lubios, no nothing like that. Original styles only. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share the video out to everyone you know. Run it up to 1,000 subscribers because we are on the road to that. That is our goal. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be paying out of my own pocket for 10, I did say 10 random subscribers memberships. Okay, it will be a giveaway for that. It'll be a drawing. Okay, so look, y'all show love to me, I show love back, and do what it do. I'm gonna get out y'all here. Y'all be easy, y'all be safe. Shalom.